Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome to... This is not Warhead Junction, it's the other one. What's it called? It'll come to me. It's right there. It's right on the tip of my tongue. We're playing Gazlowe today. I've been knocking out levels like crazy on Hanzo. And it just takes so much mental fortitude. It takes so much of my focus that I just need a game where I'm going to chill. And we all know how much I love Pleb Gazlowe on Pleb Horse. What's not to love? Praxis Holdout, that's the name of the map. Thank you, team. Thank you. We're going to be taking the off lane in this one, so hopefully that goes relatively okay. Been a while since we played Gazlowe, so I'm going to explain all of his abilities again. Our Q puts a turret down. These turrets kind of tickle enemies, makes them feel nice and fuzzy on the inside. At least early game. They will get better eventually. Our W ability shoots a laser. This is going to be a core part of our build. Actually, every part of our build is a core part of your build on Gazlowe. He utilizes everything in his kit. At least with the talents that I always go for. Enemy team hasn't responded to the top push just yet, so this is looking pretty okay. We're going to put some... How are you half health already? Did that bottom fight not go well, my dude? We can make our turrets focus a single target if we hit the 1 key. So we'll try to do that to Gazlowe every time we put a turret down. It's just a little bit of damage, but it does eventually zone him away from everything we're trying to do. Also, fun fact, our E ability actually stuns his zombies, making his zombie wall a little less useful. Gazlowe, one of my favorite characters in the entire game. I really miss playing him. And with us getting down to the last few characters for our golden ring, it's all characters that I play the least. So it feels good to go back to one of my mains. Or at least the idea of it sounds good. Maybe this won't be a good game. We'll find out together. Huh? Gazlowe missing yet again. Is he going for the objective early? No, he's not. Enemy team seems to be kind of crowded around that at the moment. We'll leave a turret here, stun the minion wave, and laser it back. Is he spider build? No, he is toad build. So we want to kind of deny these regen globes from him. We don't need them for our build or anything, but we should be taking them. And because I am in the solo lane, we should have a focus on making sure we get all the ones in lane too, just to try to sustain our character. Gazlowe is one of the safest heroes you could ask for, so I don't know if we'll be pushing him out or anything, but we can try. That stun does hit. We can weave in a couple auto attacks as well. Just buy some time to take his regen glow. Of course, our laser does heal us up a little bit too, but it is on a kind of a long cooldown, so not something we're going to be able to rely on for full health or anything. That being said, the friendly team does take over the objective, no problem. Now at level 4, whenever we put a turret down, it's going to give us a small shield, so we kind of want to pace this out a little bit. We have the entirety of the Zerg wave pushing at our back, and it looks like the enemy team's starting to rally to defend as we see Whitemane kind of moving up to the front line here. Let's just put a stun down right behind the wall. Looks like it's going to catch 2 members of the enemy team, stopping them for a second, at least, from being able to clear out the Zerg wave. Tychus is still soaking down in the bottom. That's looking great. I'm just going to throw another stun out behind Whitemane if I can. It was a little too far out of range, unfortunately. It takes 4 scrap to be able to put a turret down. If you're wondering what our resource is, it is indeed scrap. We can use our trait to break down a turret that we've already built, or they die over time and then drop a little screw. That'll give us some scrap. Let me take this regen globe again. I don't want to move up on it. We already got the building, so there's not much too else that I think we're going to accomplish here. Wow, they're actually taking so much damage from these ranged ones. Never mind, I'm moving in. Fuck it. Turret down. Laser. Just cut him off and focus the turret on him. It's fine. Chilling, bro. Chilling. Once this dies, mercenary camps will be available to take. I kind of wanted to play around with the idea of taking that siege camp from them there, but I don't think that's too wise. We're going to head over here and take this. Now, our stun does mitigate some of the damage that these camps can deal. Another thing that mitigates a lot of damage is just putting your turret down directly in front of a minion, because they will focus that instead of focusing you. Also, Ariel being here helps divide the damage out a little bit as well. Once we hit level 7, we're going to be taking up the Goblin Fusion. Death Laser generates scrap. I think this is where Gazlowe really starts to come online. It's one of his most exciting levels. If you can land your W at all, it gives you even more shielding. It gives you like defense because of our level 4 talent, but also offense because your turrets just deal damage to enemies. I probably should be a little mindful of putting all of my turrets down in one spot like that because Gazlowe could just toad them to kill them off pretty quickly. But I'm not afraid of him, bro. Whatever. Just keep moving up. Just keep moving in. I'll be honest, I haven't looked at my minimap once this game. I just took a quick glance at it and saw that most members of the enemy team were missing, so maybe I do want to move back just a tad. But I'll just keep zoning him out with stuns and keep the scrap turrets ever advancing forward. Friendly team is going for a merc camp right now. I don't want to push up too much further out of this. I'd be pretty at risk moving there. So I'll fall back and try to help with this. Once again, same thing. Put the turret down right in the middle of the camp. Try to mitigate as much damage as we can. Help our allies out in that way. And that was pretty easy. Enemy team does look like they're starting to reconvene down at the bottom. If Tychus wants to stay up, he can. Looks like he's going down. Okay, so the objective's coming up soon. We're 20 seconds out. I'm going to grab this region globe again. Once again, I don't need it. I just don't want them to have it. We're being very greedy. We're taking things away from them. Gazlowe is very far back dealing with that mercenary camp that we took over. That gives us a ton of time to just kind of sit here and prepare. 4 members of the enemy down in the bottom lane, so everyone is accounted for right now, so we're super safe being here. There is a small chance that Gazlowe moves around this way, so I'm just going to get some turrets set up and sit on top of them. Really, my job's already done. I already took this over. Friendly team is pushing in like crazy. Mephisto trying to dive in before getting rubber banded back to a starting location. Gazlowe's still not moving up at all. They don't seem to be contesting this objective at all. I understand why they're not in the bottom lane, but... Bro, I sat there so long, all of my fucking turrets died. Could you try to be a little respectful and show up on time, please? We had an appointment. It was marked on your calendar. Everyone got the same notification, Gazlowe. Come on. Once again, taking these region globes so he can't have them. Enemy Zerg wave. Oh, it's so threatening. Oh, I just don't know if I can beat it all by myself. Oh. As that turret dies, we get the scrap from it and just put another one down. The turret behind him is about to die, which kind of sucks. Put another one down, keep him here. No sign of Gazlowe, don't know where he wandered off to. Wow, impressive Zerg wave right there. We did it. Okay, I gotta be honest, I wanted a chill game. I didn't want one this chill. What the fuck are they doing? Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, our Zerg wave is bombarding everything in existence. Completely wiping out that building by the looks of things. Oh yeah, that's not going to live much longer. We just hit level 10, which gives us access to one of my favorite abilities in the entire game, the Gravel Bomb 3000. This is like a big vacuum in that green area that you just saw there. I want to use it on this guy. Don't quite have the abilities for it just yet. He's not level 10. What if I just... punch him? Get out of here. Oh yeah, Mr. Spiders, that's good for me. Hey, okay, so we missed it. That's fine. I can't remember if it's ult first or E first. I think it's ult first. We just needed to put it a little further back. The friendly team is done pushing down the bottom lane, and they're moving towards this gigantic boss in the middle of the map. And once again, we can help mitigate damage by just putting that turret directly on top of it. Mephisto has scouted us out, and the enemy team is level 10, so we might actually need to be worried about that. He is using his ult to deal damage to everyone on the map as well, but the turrets have withstood the onslaught from the boss. And as our team pushes forward, they secure 2 kills as well as the boss here. That is super duper good. We're going to set up a stun right here, hopefully catching them. Laser does some damage, but Gazlowe gets out with just a sliver of HP. Well, Gazlowe's job is never done. Let me move over here and start taking this camp down now. The caster goes down almost immediately. We can stun out these dudes to reduce a little bit of damage as we put another turret down directly in descent. I love this character, dude. They got Gazlowe right. I was worried. I remember being so scared about his rework. I do miss Scrap City. God, does anyone remember Scrap City where you could just get so much... You would punch stuff to increase the duration of your turrets, and then every time you gathered scrap, you'd get more and more and more turrets? I do miss those days. But I still feel totally self-sufficient right now. Speaking of being self-sufficient, we took over that mercenary camp. It's pushing into a lane that's completely unprotected with catapults. The enemy team doesn't seem to be paying any attention to it. So let's just push this right on in. We'll stick around for one more minion wave, although Nazebo is going to see us. I'm also going to get an upgrade for our turrets that allow them to attack multiple targets, meaning in the middle of fights, I can still tell them to focus a single target, and that will still work with our focus. But they'll also hit any enemies, enemy heroes, enemy minions nearby, and it's just a big increase to our overall presence, not only in team fights, but also for just basic lane clear as well. Objective coming up yet again. You know the drill by now. Hopefully we can get this pushing out before that objective happens. Hey, if I walk away and my turrets are here, does this still leash? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm coming back. Nice job, little buddy. Thank you. Perfect. I didn't know that interaction would work that way. Gazlowe's a busy man. He has to multitask. Respect to what people want. Enemy team's starting to group up top. Let's just throw down our ultimate right here in this choke point, hitting every member of the enemy team. Or just about. Tazdingo doing a bunch of damage down to my right. Perfect grouping there. No, sir. I don't want to take that damage. A quick slap gives Gazlowe a quadra kill. And now the enemy team's core is looking pretty open. We're gathering the objective right now, too. If we just move on into this motherfucker, this... Really? I bring Gazlowe out of retirement and this is the first game I get? Wow. Yo, is this a sub 12-minute game? I want it to be. Do damage. Turrets, focus on the big thing. Focus on the big thing, turrets. Beautiful. Look at that. It's kind of interesting, since I've been focused on the gold ring as much, it's interesting to see how much time I've actually put into certain characters. We've almost tripled the gold ring on Gazlowe. It's weird to think about. Talents I went for today were a big game hunter, rocket, socket, goblin fusion, gravel bomb 3000, superior schematics. At level 16, we would have gone for arc reactor. This makes it so if you don't even need to land your E anymore, and it just starts shooting extra turrets on top of the turrets you already have. And at 20, I'm a sucker for making that all even easier to land with miniature blank. Oh.